What up, though? Want to season 6 premiere of Sports Lounge with JLE, where we discuss sports like family. That's the theme song, Man Talk, on my first album, JLE Experience. Only music copyright and mute on Facebook. I'm your host. Best stuff going on this season 6 premiere. Shout out to my co-host Marte for help holding me down. Have a great guest for you next week for episode 2. A lot going on. I just saw something, got to talk about. March Madness is upon us. Coming up, Selection Sunday on the 15th. So we go ahead and brush myself up on who the top teams right now. And right now, with the top rankings for just the top 10, is Duke. Not shocking. They always get talent. College Boozer son there. Arizona. Michigan. And right now, them three are all had the same record, 27-2. Impressive. You got UConn. They know they won the championship not too long ago. Florida, Ohio, Iowa State, Houston, and Michigan State, number 8. Look at them. Nebraska, Texas Tech, Illinois. That's about 3 to 4 Big Ten teams already. So now that brings the question. I know people started getting ready for their brackets kind of early, who they might want. Barber's telling me, he think Michigan State real good. So I had to start looking up records like, okay. I didn't know who's doing that good. I know one of our players got hurt from Michigan recently. Hopefully he'll be back next year. So, Michigan got a good chance. I would like to see, depending on where they fall in the brackets. I know Michigan won the outright Big Ten title. Then you got the conference playoff title. But I would mention Michigan State in the Final Four. Hell, Duke and UConn. I don't know where they'll fall bracket-wise, but that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Michigan versus Michigan State championship game. That'd be pretty cool. Guarantee Michigan win. Or Duke and Michigan, or Duke, Michigan State. It's College Boozer's son. He been balling. I'm just seeing the clips of him. We're doing his thing. Now, a story I did come across today that I'm like, okay, I got to talk about this. A lot of the Big Ten, the power conferences presidents had a meeting with President Trump today about the NIL, name, image, likeness. Now, if you don't know the backstory of this, in 1995, UCLA Bruins men's team beat Arkansas, who had just won the national title with Carlos Williamson and all their 40 minutes of hell defense for the national title, Ed and Charles Urbana. We drafted Charles Urbana for the Pistons. And a year or two so after that, he really looked at when you signed your letter of intent. When you read the fine print, it has they own the rights to your name, image, and likeness forever. Like Andre 3000, ever. And he felt they should be compensated for that, so he took it to court. And like some things, he had been in court for years. And while his case was in courts for years, you slowly start having commentators like Jay Bilas and others started saying, wait a minute, man. If someone gives a player $100, y'all demonize them in the media for taking money, and NCAA come down hard with sanctions. Then I remember Jalen Rose, Michigan, great player in Southwest High, great, was on the Breakfast Club. And I didn't know, because he said it on there, and I looked it up, that NCAA is a nonprofit. If you're a nonprofit, all that money go to you. So I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me Y'all running this like a unofficial business, but as nonprofits, all the millions and maybe billions y'all been making with this, that's y'all money. But y'all would get on TV demonizing the college kid, mainly basketball and football. How dare they get $100 for somebody for something? So as the sentiment started changing in the nation about, man, these players need to be compensated because y'all making hand over foot. A coach can be coaching at, I'm gonna shout out to my school. Just say Wayne State was Division One, and we got a dog coaching basketball, football. You know what? Why don't you come over here to Michigan for 60 million? They gone with no warning. They just talked to your big mom saying they're gonna help you become a man, all this good stuff, and they going for the money. And they don't get demonized for up and leaving that school to go make some more money. But under this system before, if a player didn't have no real money and someone gave them money, even if their coach did it, that's an NCAA violation, which ain't right. So, under that nonsense, Ed O'Bannon won his case, and that opened Pandora's box to where, okay, y'all can pay these people. I mean, we just saw an Indiana football team, university, win a national title because I believe Mark Cuban bankrolled their team. So you had a lot of teams start spending millions to get the best talent. Then they traded the transfer portal so players can leave. So it gave the players a little more leverage to where before they was at the whims of any coach. Do as I tell you in my little kingdom or you're done. Like, okay. So now these same people, and even Nick Saban had his candy ass up there bitching and moaning about, oh my God, we need to do something about this. This is getting out of hand. Now, mind you, they've been making hand over foot money off the basketball and football players. Because everybody watching March Madness, they fill out a bracket. Everybody's watching college football. But them two sports are regulated on what the age limit is to go pro. But all the other sports, they can go pro at 18 or whatever. They can make money on the side and was never looked at like you're demons. How dare you take money? You're here to get an education. And we all know that's a damn lie. Because you got you on all the sports shows, ESPN and everywhere. You ain't got time to be studying that hard. The players have said that, like, y'all have us out here promoting the brand, which is the school. So what are you talking about? And if you get hurt, they gut your scholarship. You're done. Now they might at least be nice to let you finish, get your degree, but if they might have been focusing you on making that school make money by winning national titles, they ain't really focus on, well, what's your fallback plan? Like they allegedly say. So they sitting up here talking to President Trump about this. Oh man, we need this stuff getting out of hand. We need to fix this. So Trump, because he's a thug. Well, I'll do executive order and regulate all this. And that's when I'm reading this, like, okay, go deal with this. I ain't gonna call it a war, but this situation we dealing with in Iran, well, we working with Israel to bomb them to hell until they surrender. Go deal with that. Go be commander in chief. Y'all stay out of this. It should be a free market because y'all been making money forever off these players. College football for a few years ago, it was really bad where you coach this team this year, and before you get to the bowl game, we're gonna pay you $80 million. You leave. The players sitting here like, man, we just found out Coach took a job somewhere else. He just talked to my mom to come here. That's why I'm here. And no one called them demons for how dare you give your word to these parents, these kids to help make them be better men, and yo stank ass leave. No one called these coaches out for this. And Mr. Nick Saban, who tucked tail and ran, because we all know Alabama and some of these schools are paying these kids to keep getting the top 5-star players under the table. We know this. Some of these players started telling, I was getting a little something. But it became a free market system. And he started complaining to them, oh, man, all they booster meetings to Alabama, it's going to be tough now, man, because, you know, oh, you ain't got the monopoly on that on the national title scene. Because for some odd reason, SEC had a deal where damn near for 5-6 years straight, Alabama was ranked number 1 or 2. Well, SEC is the best conference, so you're benefited from y'all paying under the table and having this total control over their careers. And now it became open to everybody. And he started bitching them on about this ain't fair. You got to go compete now, big boy. And he didn't want to do that, so he left. We ain't got a TV job. But now y'all presidents of all these conferences that y'all start making Avenger-like conferences, getting all these great schools across the country, because Big Ten is a super conference now. They just won the last 3 national titles in football. Y'all want to go up here crying about this system because it's a free market right now. It's crazy. This quarterback just got $2 million. They paying your ass $50 and you won't play nothing. Without the players, you are nothing of a coach because you need a good talent to execute your plays. And y'all were giving them pennies compared to what they're getting now. It shouldn't be regulated at all. Let it be the Wild Wild West. Hey, if you got a billionaire at your school that's saying, man, I want a national title this year, what we need to do? Well, we need $40 million. Here, go get them. Hey, ante up. Tell your billionaire boosters, whoever, hey, y'all need to pitch in because they putting 40 on the table. We need to put 50. Because a lot of them ain't going to make it pro anyway. At least they can get something now, put that back so they and their family is good. Because if you gave them $100, they were demonized by ESPN and everybody else in the sports world. They're student athlete. No, they were unpaid employees. And a lot of them have spoken out about this, that let's stop calling the student athlete garbage. It's because it's garbage. It ain't real. It's fake news. Y'all making hand over foot off their talent. And you control their name, image, likeness till Ed O'Bannon won that court case forever. Because that's in the fine print. So if they win a national title last year, do college basketball or football game and put them on that game. And that game go worldwide, be a sensation, make $1 billion, they won't see a dime. It need to be fair. Now, some people argue, could you find a cap system on it? You could, but no. Because y'all a nonprofit, y'all ain't had a cap on y'all for over 40 plus years. All the billions y'all done racked up for y'all war chest? No. Like Randy Moss once said, straight cash, homie. Then he had a fine and report like, well, how you gonna pay your fine, Randy? Straight cash, homie. Let them get their straight cash. Vimo cash, or however you want to do it, let them get their bread. Because y'all been pimping these sports athletes for years in basketball and football. And I know it, Jeff, but you have all these other sports. Let's stop lying. Let's tell the truth. Basketball and football fun all them other damn sports. I don't see no lacrosse or tennis or golf player on ESPN all day on all their shows. It's the basketball football that everybody talking about is the best of the best. And if you win a national title, that's what, 20-something million for your school and the conference. And I think what pros is for basketball, it got to be under that because football is king in this country. So let's say, matter of fact, how much do they get? Numbers for real. Look it up live on camera. How much does national title basketball team get? March Madness. Okay, it says the winning team in men's March Madness price there that conference earns roughly. Got a storm going if y'all hear that. Roughly $2 million per games played, known as unit. These units are paid over 6 years dollar for conferences with deep runs. So in total value, national championship run, including all 6 games, can generate well over $10 million in long-term revenue for the conference. That's big money. Conferences often distribute this money among their members, with major conferences like the SEC or Big 12 sometimes earning over $30 million total based on tournament performance. And for 25 tournament conferences project to receive $2 million for each unit earned. See, that's still some nice money. And you're spread it amongst all your other stuff. So the basketball or football is generating major money if they do well in the bowl game or March Madness. That will fund the rest of these other sports. But you will have the basketball and football players on all the sports shows to market the school. Free advertising. But they couldn't make money off their name, image, and likeness. Prior to that court case win, they was able to do a little something. But now with that, okay, you got boosters, alumni, they can really pay them. And that's fair. They putting the work in. Now, what I think win for the women's March Madness, I don't know, because they have so many dog teams. You can have 2 undefeateds playing for the title. It's toss-up. Now, NBA, OKC, and my Detroit Pistons are still the top 2 ranked seeded teams in the West and East. Even though we lost twice to Wemby and San Antonio, I think we need to find a 7-footer and score a little bit, rebound, block shots. We got blew out the last game we played San Antonio. Now, gotta be a little physical with him, but we need to have someone that can shut him down. Hope we can get Kansas City. I mean, SGA just came back for OKC. San Antonio looked good. Jokic them okay. I would still pick OKC to come out the West. Only upset I see that could probably get them is Wemby ball out of control. Kuminga been playing good since that Warrior trade. It just shows that Steve Kerr is a douchebag. I don't know what he had against this kid. You know, a lot of people say, well, they system's based on passing the ball around and Steph shooting. Your goal is try to win as many titles you can with Steph, and this dude can ball. You tweak the system so he can go get you buckets because Steph is old. I mean, you need to start getting on the Greg Popovich program. If you got aging veterans that still can ball, you need to let the young generation do the heavy lifting during the season. No, if I was a coach, I would have played Kuminga. Hey, man, go average 40 a game. Let Steph get them rest on your body. Because you played in the Olympics and all that. You had a lot of basketball you've been playing. And you fresh come playoffs and you go smash everybody. He wasn't doing that. Kept not playing the guy. So he didn't get a chance to show what he can do. And I will never give Steve Kerr credit because Mark Jackson coached up all that young talent they had. And he just drove the Ferrari. If you're a good coach, you can, and they had some great young talent they drafted, you will coach them up and they plug right into your system. Like San Antonio had great coaching. They draft players, they plug them in, and they still keep moving. They have a year, 2 or 3 down where they ain't really in the playoffs, but they coaching them up. And through that coaching, you start seeing, they right back in the top 3 or 4 seed. My Pistons, they drafted him, Trajan Landon. He helped build. He's a part of the Duke dynasty. He know how to build it. I thought it was another year from now, but they're a year early of what I know the culture building a team. And you factor in they lost them 28 games straight, close. That resonated with them like we ain't taking them ass whoops like that no more. And I get it. And then a lot of people felt they got cheated out of the series. So taking that personally, where every time they play them, they smash them. They lock up number 1 seed. You got to go to Little Caesars Arena, downtown Detroit. I would love to see OKC and Detroit in the finals. I think that they should have had that for the their coming out party for Christmas Day, in my opinion. One of the best 2 teams you got to offer right now for the season. That'd have been the move I made. Then you got my Lakers. They were in the top seed. Now they the 6th. And I've been saying this, and I've been watching stuff come out now. When LeBron wasn't playing, starting the season off, Luka, because it was Luka team, full control. He was playing a little defense. Him and Austin Reed was doing their thing. They were winning. His team was man up. We keep it moving. And I knew, just wait till Brown come back. King gonna be happy with that. That's his yard. And slowly I've seen the different shift in the team. Now I'm starting to see people try to blame Luka because no one ever hold LeBron accountable for that stuff. Like he don't play defense. He just padding his stats for his legacy. What are you talking about? Oh, it's Luka's fault. Okay. You need to build a Dallas-like team that he took to the finals, which don't include LeBron or JJ Redick because he ain't never done nothing. He's a nice player, but he ain't never coached none at NBA level, so he don't know what it takes. You would need everything that he had in Dallas, you need to bring that here. And don't bring LeBron back. Do your reunion tour somewhere else or retire. But I don't think he's going to go up quietly. That's just my opinion. They're going to let you know about it. Now the NFL draft coming up. You ain't seen nobody repeat in a while, but Seattle got a shot. As long as they keep everybody. I see New England been trading some people. I just saw they center got traded to the Bears, which I'm like, they got Mollywop in the Super Bowl. Why would you want that center? He wasn't blocking that well for Drake May. That's on the film that if you watched that game a few months ago. But okay. I get he got experience. So we'll see. I mean, my Lions, you need to show up that front 4. You need a championship out blitzing. All the great teams that won Super Bowls of late, they front four can rush the quarterback without blitzing. And go get a middle linebacker. I don't know what happened after Ray Lewis tried. Like, no one values that position because too many people catch the ball in the middle of the field, too many runs up the middle, and the runner get extra 20 yards untouched. Go get you a middle linebacker. Tighten up our. I know one of our players might be in trouble with the court cases on the cornerback end, but shore up that defense. Shore up the offensive line. So I know we just traded Montgomery. So that signing ended. But, I mean, hell, it didn't matter last season because y'all won a top rushing team. And one too many people injured, so don't give me those injuries. That was QC last season prior. Don't give me that. I went out there trying to punish them, but I watched Seattle on a road to Super Bowl offense want to push people and punch them in the mouth so they run again and can get yards. Like, yeah, my team ain't doing that right now. They need to take some notes. Now on to wrestling. WrestleMania is around the corner. They just had a pay-per-view Elimination Chamber to see who would fight for the WWE title that Drew McIntyre holds and the WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill. And Randy Orton winning ain't bad because him and John Cena had a hell of a rivalry, so he should win because he won it. Now, tonight, I don't know who won or if it happened yet, but Drew got to take on Cody Rhodes. He like the new John Cena, for what I'm saying, for the title. I could see Cody winning tonight, and you can market, he was part of the legacy when Randy was on top years ago before he left and helped build AEW. So that might be a better build-up for a match than Drew McIntyre because his title run has been just – I know the fan base would clamor he needed a belt, so he put it on him, but he ain't been doing too much with it. He done more run-ins on people matches compared to he kicking everybody's ass. I did see the promo between Roman Reigns and CM Punk and like, oh. So that felt a little personal. We brought you back here to sell some tickets for the 30, 40-some-year-old virgins staying home with their mom. I'm like, wow. So I happen to think, was that scripted or some of that was just off the cuff? Because CM Punk came back with, oh, you're going to bury me, huh? Okay, we're going to play. Well, you ain't got to worry about it because I'm going to put you right with your father. Like, oh, snap, his daddy dead. So that really made me, I ain't looked it up, but like, is this a problem? Like, was that a scripted promo or was that some personal stuff? Because I know the greatest one he had probably was him and John Cena went back 4 years ago. And John Cena, he ate it. He taught him this how you get on this mic and talk because he ate Roman Reigns up. Like, I'm a part-timer and I keep coming back because you can't do your job as the top guy. Like, damn. Like, wow. I'm like, yeah, he got a point because any belt you gave John Cena, he made it must see. And at that time, he put the U.S. title on Roman Reigns. He did act like it was a demotion. And a lot of people you see now, like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, a few others, yeah, John Cena started the United States title open challenge to put people in front of people to see that they got the goods. They still been doing that tradition after Sami had won it. But that does bring people up from NXT or some that's been in the back ain't really getting to push the opportunity. And I mean, since Roman won the Royal Rumble, he's supposed to win. Just like Liv Morgan's supposed to win, because that's always been the thing. You win that, you win. And now with the new King of the Ring and women format, Queen of the Ring, you win the title at SummerSlam to make it. That's why you need to win this, because you guarantee to win the belt. I don't know. He's a part-timer. Cody needed to win prior because he made the belt irrelevant because he was never there. You need a champ on TV. I mean, if you grew up back in the 80s, Ric Flair may have been what you wanted because he was on TV every time talking smack. You can get in the ring and go in an impromptu match on TBS Superstation back then. If someone kept talking trash to him, like, all right, come on, let's go to the ring right now and whoop up on them. That made you tune in because the top person of the thing, who's the champ, is there. When you had Attitude Era with Steve Austin, he was there every week. So someone was running their mouth about him, you're like, come on out here, let's go get it. Or The Rock. You need that. So I'm trying to see what would be the purpose of Rumble winning, except add to his collection that, okay, he's won the World Heavyweight Belt, World Championship too. So I'm like, dude ain't really there. Why him win the Royal Rumble makes sense. But if you're in Vegas, you need a bigger name. So him versus Punk is a name. If Cody win, Cody versus Randy Orton, that's a bigger main event draw. Rhea Ripley won again in Elimination Chamber. They saying that Jade is saying, they just trying to keep giving you opportunities. So that's a better draw. But then they got ticket sales issues because since TKO have bought it or they merged with them, they're about money instead of what the fans want. Make the WWE universe happy. And they might be pricing themselves out where they might just pay the $30 and watch on ESPN instead of going across country to come there for all the events they have and everything. So it's crazy. We'll see what they do. But it's been an amazing season 6. Appreciate everybody tuned in. I always give the honest take on what's going on. Even stories they come. New episode, JLE Lounge radio show tomorrow, ground floor. Another replay of Middle Ground. All the amazing interviews I had so far. New episodes I do have coming up end of the month. Might do something new next week. We're going to see. But I hope you're safe out here. I know we're dealing with storms here in Michigan right now. But be good wherever you are. And like, subscribe YouTube channel, Middle Ground JLE Network. My latest book, The Order of 12th Intellect. Great political thriller. Go check it out. Amazon, all other books. We'll do this. We'll do it again tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. Thanks for coming. Thanks for